Hello, all the participants are requested to wait for some time. Let other participants join, and after some time, after some minutes, we will gonna start the event. Okay. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. We will going to start just now. Okay, so good afternoon to one and all present here. I am Shivani Sharma, and I welcome all of you on behalf of the Over and Out organization for the commencement of a new event initiated by organization, that is Sustainable Awareness Talk, SAT. SAT will gonna provide youth with a platform they can express their views, thoughts, the field of vision and perspective towards society, environment and development.
यहाँ उपस्थित सभी को मेरा नमस्कार। मैं प्राची शर्मा ओवर एंड आउट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन द्वारा शुरू किए गए एक नए कार्यक्रम सतत जागरूकता वार्ता सेट की शुरुआत के लिए संगठन की ओर से आप सभी का स्वागत करती हूँ। सेट युवाओं को एक ऐसा मंच प्रदान करेगा जिसके द्वारा वे समाज, पर्यावरण और विकास के प्रति अपना दृष्टिकोण और अपने विचारों को व्यक्त कर सकते हैं। इस आयोजन का उद्देश्य युवाओं को एक मंच प्रदान करता है खड़े होना, बोलना और जीतना।
The objective of this event is to provide the youth with a stage to stand, speak, and win. As all of us must be observing the serious impacts, including pollution, uneven disasters, COVID 19 pandemic, climate change on environment that is transforming it into a disastrous world we will encounter soon. This is the right time to awake and act efficiently.
जैसा कि हम सभी को प्रदूषण, असमान आपदाओं, कोविड-19 महामारी, प्रदूषण पर जलवायु परिवर्तन सहित गंभीर प्रभावों का अवलोकन करना चाहिए, जो इसे एक विनाशकारी दुनिया में बदल रहा है, जिसका हम जल्द ही सामना करेंगे। जागने और कुशलता के कार्य करने का अब यही समय है।
This provokes us to organize first sustainable awareness talk on the theme environment that includes several number of topics that you all can visualize on the screen. Okay, so topics are impacts of coronavirus COVID-19 on environment, plastic pollution, work from home effect on environment, green area jobs, organic food and farming, green and pure energy revolution in India such as solar energy, wind energy, etc., climate change, and increasing pollution and decreasing forest cause and solution. Topics not limited to above. Participants can choose their own topics related to provided theme of the competition.
यहाँ हमें पर्यावरण पर पहले स्तर जागरूकता वार्ता आयोजित करने के लिए उकसाता है। इसमें कई विषय शामिल हैं, जैसे पहला, पर्यावरण पर कोरोना वायरस का प्रभाव। दूसरा, प्लास्टिक प्रदूषण। तीसरा, घर से काम पर्यावरण पर प्रभाव। चौथा, हरित क्षेत्र नौकरियां। पांचवा, जैविक खाद्य और खेती। छठा, भारत में हरित क्रांति जैसे कि शुद्ध ऊर्जा, पवन ऊर्जा व सौर ऊर्जा। सातवां, जलवायु प्रदूषण। आठवां, बढ़ती जनसंख्या और घटते जंगल कारण और समाधान। विषय केवल ऊपर तक ही सीमित नहीं है। प्रतिभागी प्रतियोगिता में प्रदान किए गए विषय से संबंधित अपना विषय चुन सकते हैं।
So, today we have with us Assistant Professor Ms. Jimmy Mehta as a judge for the competition. She has experience of 6 years and her research area is material and manufacturing. She has published 10 articles including Scopus and SCI. She is working in Manav Rachna International Institute of Research and Studies, Faridabad. We're glad to have you with us today. Thank you for coming, ma'am. I welcome you on the behalf of Over and Out organization. I would like to welcome our 3 jury members for the competition, Mr. Sunil, Mr. Sahil Mehta, and Mr. Neeraj Kohat. Now, I would request Ms. Jimmy Mehta, ma'am, to wish good luck to the participants.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Wish you all the very best and hope the best one wins. Deserving candidate wins. Good luck.
Sure. Thank you, ma'am. I would request all the participants to mute their mics and only unmute their mics only when they are participating and speaking in the competition. Am I audible? There were some network issues. Yeah. Okay. So now I would like to elaborate on the rules for all the participants. I request all of you to pay attention and follow all accordingly. Violation of any rule may leads to reduction of marks or disqualification. Rules. The first one is this is an individual event. Second, duration for each recitation is 3 minutes, including the time of introduction. Introduction should include just the name and the topic of the talk. After the given time, the audio will be turned off by our team members. Fourth, language can be Hindi or English. Fifth, you can choose any one of the following areas or topics, but it should correlate to the main theme environment. Use of abusive language, religious terms, etc. will lead to disqualification. Decision of the judges will be final. Participants will be chosen randomly, so the presence in the whole event is mandatory. Final winner will be selected based on content, timing, fluency, and presentation.
अब मैं सभी प्रतिभागियों के लिए नियमों को विस्तार से बताना चाहूंगी। मैं आप सभी से अनुरोध करती हूँ कि आप सभी ध्यान दें और उसके अनुसार ही प्रतियोगिता में भाग लें। किसी भी नियम के उल्लंघन से अयोग्यता में कमी हो सकती है। नियम इस प्रकार है। पहला, यह एक व्यक्तिगत प्रतियोगिता है। दूसरा, प्रत्येक पाठ के लिए हर प्रतिभागी को 3 मिनट का समय मिलेगा, जिसमें प्रतिभागी अपना नाम और अपना विषय बताएंगे। तीसरा, दिए गए नियम के बाद ऑडियो हमारी टीम के सदस्यों द्वारा बंद कर दिया जाएगा। चौथा, भाषा का चयन केवल हिंदी और अंग्रेजी ही करें। पांचवा, आप निम्नलिखित विषयों में से किसी एक को चुन सकते हैं, परंतु मुख्य थीम केवल पर्यावरण। छठा, अपमानजनक भाषा, धार्मिक भाषा आदि के उपयोग से अयोग्यता को बढ़ावा मिलेगा। सातवां, प्रतिभागियों को यादृच्छिक रूप से चुना जाएगा, इसलिए पूरे आयोजक में उपस्थिति अनिवार्य है। आठवां, अंतिम विजेता का चयन समय, प्रस्तुति व विषय के आधार पर किया जाएगा।
So, these were the rules, and issuing of the certificates will be provided at the end of the program. Any information related to result and issuing of certificates will be provided at the end of the program. I would like to remind again to the participants their introduction should include just their name and the topic of their talk, and that will be included in their timing of 3 minutes. Now, I would like to call the participants randomly and begin with our event. I would like to wish all the participants best of luck. Our first participant is Ananya Roy. Ananya, you can unmute your mic and you can start with your talk.
Yes, ma'am.
I would request all other participants to mute their mic while Ananya is speaking. Ananya, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. I have some problem network.
Okay, okay. We can hear you. You can start with your talk.
Ma'am, I cannot show my presentation.
Okay, 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 fine. So you have shared your presentation because we can't see it yet.
Ma'am, I have some problem here.
But there is no rule regarding the presentation. We don't have to show any presentation. You just have to give a 3-minute talk over your topic. Can you hear me, Ananya?
Yes, ma'am. Just 1 minute.
You don't have to show your presentation. Your audio is sufficient for your talk.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So you can start.
Ma'am, hello.
Yes.
मैम मैम थोड़ी
Yeah.
बात दे सकती हूँ मैम आई हैव सम
You
प्रॉब्लम नेक्स्ट थोड़ी बात दे सकती हूँ मैम
okay? Okay, no problem. We are calling another participant. If you want a demo, you can. If you want something like you are facing any problem in network or anything else.
सर मैम आई हैव सम प्रॉब्लम नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम मैम प्लीज कंसीडर मी मैं नेक्स्ट
Okay, 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 okay. I would like to call our next participant, Ananya. Please unmute yourself.
हाँ हाँ यस मैम
Okay. So participants, just listen to me. If I am a participant, I will gonna talk on some topic, let's say plastic pollution. So I will say like, hello, I'm Shivani Sharma. My topic is plastic pollution, and then you have to start with your topic. Your time will be included in this only. Okay. So I'm calling the next participant. Our next participant is Jessie Jane. Jessie, are you there? Jessie, are you there? Jessie, are you there? Pavitra Baharathi. Pavitra, are you there? I request all the participants to pay attention to the event because we can call any participant randomly.
मैम मैं दे सकती हूँ आप मेरा
Yeah,
प्रॉब्लम ठीक
no problem. No problem, Mananya. You can give.
ओके मैम
Just start.
हेलो
Okay.
गुड
Afternoon, respect sir and ma'am. I'm Anonara, student of Geography Department of Jadavpur University. Today I'm going to give a short presentation on climate change. So what is climate change? Climate change is defined as the variation and the shift in the weather condition over space and time of different scale and magnitude resulting into change of the climate type. For example, from warm and the moist climate to the warm and the dry climate, from warm and moist climate to cool and the moist climate, etc. Climate change are considered at two levels: short-term change, which are include in natural and the occurring cycle, lasting from days to years. Example, El Nino, La Nina, etc. The long-term effects of climate change will include a decrease of sea rise, increase sea ice, increase in permafrost thawing, increase heavy rainfall, decrease water resource in semi-arid region, etc. Next topic is the climate of causes of the climate change. So there is the basic two types of causes: natural causes. In natural causes, ocean current, earth orbital change, solar variation, volcanic eruption are included. And in orthopedic causes are human causes. The primary causes of climate change is the burning of the fossil fuels such as the coal, oil, which emits the greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. So primarily CO2. Next is the effect of the climate change. The sea level rise 1 to 8 feet by next decade. Hurricane will become more and more intense and strong. More drops and the heat waves. Change in the precipitation pattern, rise in temperature, carbon dioxide acidifies seawater, decline in the crop productivity, etc. Next is the coronavirus and the climate change. There is a relationship in this year 2020 is an important milestone to enhance the global response to climate change. The coronavirus pandemic has led to an increase in the air quality all around the world, and lockdown have resulted in the factories and the road shutting, thus reducing the emission. Using the data from the NASA's global modeling and the data assimilation team show that the dramatic impact lockdown measures have had on pollution level. Uh, for example, every winter, New Delhi and the other big cities in the north are involved in the blanket of the smoke as the farmers burn crop induce. But in this year, the air tends to clear a little in spring. Next is how to mitigate the climate change. Practice energy efficiency, greater use of the renewable energy, electrification of the industrial process, and the carbon tax of the emission markets. Climate change or the adaptation is response to the global warming. Adaptation action can be considered either the incremental or the transformational adaptation. So there is the basic some way to adaptation the climate change, that is a more secure facility, location and infrastructure, flexible and a diverse cultivation to be prepared for the natural catastrophe, preventive and the precautionary measures such as the evacuation plans, health issue, etc. Research and the development of the possible catastrophe temperature, etc. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, our next participant is Aditi Sharma.
Good afternoon. Hello. Am I audible?
Yeah, Diti, you're audible.
Yes, yes, you are.
Okay. Good afternoon to one and all present here. My name is Aditi Sharma, and today's my topic is plastic pollution. I would like to start my speech with a small quotation that is, there's a complete disconnection between us as humans. We have to take some practical, doable steps every week. It's not very hard. It's just not that hard. These are the words by Afroz Shah, who initiated the world's largest beach cleanup project. And these words are are true in every aspect. So our human brain is a very interesting but a weird functioning system. Why? Because when it comes to some issue, we always think a lot. But when it comes to take action, many of us falls into a bed. And sadly, plastic pollution has become such a topic. But starting with, what is plastic? Plastic is a polymeric substance composed of various elements like carbon, nitrogen, hydrogen, etc. They can be molded into various shapes with the help of heat and pressure. According to the World Book data, in 2015, 407 million tons of plastic was produced all over the world, and three-fourths of it was wasted. And in 2014, there was approximately 2 lakh tons of plastic in surface water across the world. And the fact is that this data is increasing day by day because of all our contribution. And it is expected that by 2050, it will all be doubled. So the question is, why plastic causes the pollution? It is because it cannot be degraded easily, and it persists in the environment for a very long time. It kills millions of animals every year due to starvation. It have affected human health. It causes air pollution, land pollution, and many more impacts. Many national and international organizations and government across the world have worked upon it. For example, 170 countries pledged in UN Assembly to reduce the plastic pollution by 2020. It's a very hard time. We have to focus on solution. We have to make reforms. We have to bring small habits in our daily life so that we can bring a huge difference, like reusing of polythene bags and plastic materials, using of jute bags, prevention of improper disposal of garbage bags near our areas. We have to spread awareness, educate people, and help government in their policies so that they can be implemented on a very large scale. We all know about the solution. We all know about the problem. We know that they have this all have been implemented on various areas, but there's still a far way to go. But this is the time. Here is the revolution. We have to work upon it. We have to bring out our fire within us so that we can leave the right legacy for our future generation. Thank you.
Thank you, Aditi. Okay, so I would like to call our next participant, Shweta Tyagi. Shweta, Tyagi, are you there? Shweta, are you there? Shweta? Farzana Femo, are you there? Okay, Shweta is speaking. Okay.
Hello, am I audible?
Shweta, can you please speak some loud?
Now
Yeah,
am
yeah,
I
yeah.
audible?
Yeah, yeah. You are audible. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, you can
Good,
start.
af- Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shweta Tyagi, and my topic of the talk is nature and COVID-19. During this COVID-19 period, I found myself even more closer to the nature. Like, uh, I've now started spending more time with plants and my pets, uh, and my family members see myself um putting water for for birds and care and feeding my pet. And every time, every morning when I wake up, I just uh, uh, you'll find me watering the plants. So one thing that I have realized in this COVID-19 period is that we need to nurture, we need to take care of our nature, and this is the only way uh, to know ourselves and the world around us. There's so many living beings around us that need love, care, uh, just as we need as human beings. So, yeah, and we human activities have degraded the so many wildlife habitats. Animals are forced, to live under many stressful conditions, and so we have created so many problems. So it's time to pay to help our nature retain the quality and uh, conserve it. And yeah, uh, yeah. And during this COVID time, during the lockdown, I look at all the things that I have, and I discarded the unnecessary things, and I try to recycle the plastic, whether it's bottles or any form of plastic to convert it into something useful, something which can and redecorate my room. So now my family members and everyone whosoever see the efforts, even they try to do it themselves at their home. So yeah, I feel happy that people are changing their habits and there's a positive behavior change towards the environment. And yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Shweta. Our next participant is Saurabh Singh. Saurabh Singh, are you there? Saurabh Singh, are you there? Saurabh Singh. Okay, now I would like to call Varsha. Varsha, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Can
Yes.
I start? Hello.
Yes, you can start.
Okay. Good afternoon,
Yes, you
respected
can start.
Good afternoon, respected jury members and all my fellow competitors. I am Varsha, a student of Delhi University. The topic I have chosen for today's recitation is work from home impact on environment. As we all know that the coronavirus pandemic has drastically altered the workplace to slow the virus spread and to protect employees. Many companies have shifted to remote work with video calls and instant messaging replacing meetings and break room conversations. Some, including Silicon Valley giants, have announced that they will allow the employees to work from home permanently. Yet, huge swaths of labor force are unable to work remotely, and experts are saying that these developments have profound implications for the economy, inequality, and the future of the big cities. We all are learning how to live with the reality of coronavirus. Work from home jobs are very much reality. Working from home is now a hot topic because environmentalists are seeing a positive impact of this on nature. Now the question is, how much impact does working from home have on the environment? Though advancement in technology, tighter legislative restrictions, and more social awareness progress help environmental efforts, the following among the top global concern, that is greenhouse gases emission, energy consumption, fossil fuel reliance, air pollution, paper and plastic waste. So, the biggest and most obvious advantage to telecommuting is not having an actual commute to work. For many, this mostly means big savings on time and money. Not only this, employees will greatly reduce their carbon footprints. Global Workforce Analytics estimates that remote workers could reduce greenhouse gas emissions by 54 million tons every year, and that is just if people work out of the office for only half of the work weekly. Energy Information Department found that the country consumes 391.40 million gallons of gasoline daily in 2017. Employees who work remotely have a chance to reduce that number, especially if they live in a remote area or have a long distance to travel. Fewer employees in office means using fewer resources, which is also one of the effective ways to combat climate change. There may be pros and cons of this, but at last I would like to end here by saying one thing, that remote work may do more for the planet than we expected. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, Varsha. Okay, so our next participant is Bhumi. Bhumi, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, you can start with your talk.
Good afternoon to one and all present here. Today, I, Bhumi, a student of Shanti Ganiketan Senior Secondary School, is here to speak on the topic Impact of Coronavirus on Environment. Global carbon emissions from the fossil fuel industry could fall by a record 2.5 billion tons this year, a reduction of 5%, as the coronavirus pandemic triggers the biggest drop in demand for the fossil fuels on record. The unprecedented restrictions on travel, work, and industry due to the coronavirus has ensured several days with good air quality in otherwise choked cities. Impact on environment. The impact of the unprecedented lockdown made necessary by the COVID-19 has been largely positive on the environment. According to the center-run system of air quality and weather forecasting and research, the measure against COVID-19 led to a drop in PM 2.5 by 30% in Delhi. Water quality in the rivers has also improved massively. There are two reasons for this. First, the demand for water has gone down as the industries are not using the water. And second, since the industries are not operating, they are not releasing any toxic effluents in the river bodies. Now comes the issues and challenges. One major issue to consider is whether they are just fleeting changes or could it lead to a long-lasting fall in emissions. First, behavioral changes. Work from home is one such positive change that can be expected to last even beyond lockdown. Second, industries and factories. Due to lockdown, the industrial waste generation has completely stopped, and this has played a major role in water quality improvement. Poverty. Sustainable development goals might take a hit in the post corona world as a huge amount of poverty is going to come back. Now comes the way forward. The reduced pollution levels and replenished wildlife is a silver lining amidst COVID-19 crisis. A long-term vision with a targeted stimulus towards sustainable goals is the need of the hour. First, internalize environmental concerns. The repeated outbreak of pandemic like SARS, MERS, Ebola is a result of climate change and illegal trading of wildlife. In order to successfully avert such a crisis in future, we need to respect wildlife and biodiversity. Sustainable development. The economies have become weak and therefore supporting the fight against climate change is going to be very difficult. However, now we have to realize the importance of sustainable development. At last, I would like to conclude my topic by saying that the debate between environment and development is a perennial one. But it's time to realize that it is not an either or choice. The two have to go hand in hand. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhumi. So our next participant is Anita Ramesh. Anita, are you there? Anita? Okay. Ansari? Okay, I think someone is speaking. Okay. Anita, are you there? Next participant is Anil Reddy. Anil Reddy, are you there? Okay, Anita is speaking. Anita is speaking.
Good
Anita,
afternoon.
yeah.
Today I am Anita going to present about the plastic pollution. First of all, plastic pollution is a affect environment. By the bottles, bags, covers, and etc., our environment is affected very badly. In cases, our environment is very affected badly by the plastic pollutions. In our country, the importing the waste plastics often lacking the capacity of the process and material. Nowadays, the people are not worried about the environment. So the case, our environment is affected by the plastic pollutions. In these cases, we are affected many oceans, lands, and many process effects on the environment. Human population is certain areas or place a large load to the plastic pollutions. By the plastic pollutions, our land and oceans, animals are affected badly. The peoples are not worried about the our environment, so we have to control the plastic pollution and protect our environment. We have to save our greenland from the plastic pollutions. we have to take some effect to control our plastic pollutions so we can save our environment with their green oceans. The lack of capacity of the process are material to the to the pollutions. By this, the populations are decreasing. So we have to move out to the environment, and we have to take care of our environment. We have to protect our environment over the plastic pollutions. Ma'am, that's it, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Anita. Okay. So our next participant is Ansari Usama. Ansari, are you there? Ansari, are you there?
Hello,
Hello?
I am there, ma'am.
Okay, okay. You can start with your talk.
Myself, Ansari Sharma. I will be giving topic on increasing population and deforestation. So the main concern there is a direct relation is there between increased population and decrease in forest. As the population goes on increasing, in cities, and it leads to deforestation because of buildings and different forest areas, different industries, which impact on forest, and in terms it affects the plant life and animals which are related, which are present there. So which is a direct terms affects the climate change also, and the main reason behind the population is migration. When the people get migrated from one place to another due to jobs or any other thing, it leads to pollutions also, as the number of people in a specific area goes on increasing. So the more use of vehicles and more use of industries there, so somewhere the air pollution also increases. As a population goes on increasing, it leads to water pollution also, like in Mumbai, as many industries are there near Arabian seas, and the because of that they used to throw the garbage, whatever the industrial waste are there, they used to throw into the seas and other rivers, and Mithila river, which get flooded in the rainy season. This is one of the effect of on water pollution also, as the in this city more number of people are there. So anyhow, it related to air pollution also, and which in terms related to climate, it affect climate also. The reason is because of more use of uh, uh, different fuels which our industries are using. And the second most important is deforestation. As before in since 90s, the Mumbai covers many areas of forest or near the around areas, but as the population goes on increasing, the deforestation also goes on increasing. Recently a news of RA was there on the TV, but due to somehow some environment protection NGOs are there who stood up, and anyhow the deforestation doesn't continue. But it seems that population has direct relation on environment. It has direct relation on environment also, and it has direct effect on different uh, different issues which are arising.
So I would like to call our next participant. Thank you, Ansari. So our next participant is Afzal Ansari. Afzal, are you there?
Yeah, ma'am,
Okay, you can start with your talk.
okay, ma'am. Good afternoon to one and all present over here. My name is Afzal Ansari, and I would like to give a talk on climate change. So, climate change is one of the diverse goals of Sustainable Development Goals. Climate change itself talks a lot about it. It is due to the fact that the changes in climate is caused by burning of fossil fuels, which results into a lot of pollutions out there day by day, which is creating a lot of disturbances in the society, causing human lives, even all living creatures. Then how can you think of sustaining common lives, our sustainable development goals, our environments? The impact of climate change is undermining progress on the sustainable development agenda, threatening to reverse many of the gains made over the last decades. Uh, there is uh, there is one recent case of climate change effect is the devastating impact of cyclones area and Kenneth on the people of Mozambique, which is a clear example of the need for urgent climate action. So, what can you do next? How can you protect our climate, our environment? Our country should stop subsidizing fossil fuels and stop building new coal plants by 2020. So this is one of the preventive measures given by our experts. Unless we take urgent climate action, there will be more frequent, intense, and damaging natural disasters. So this is for all this talk. I will now going to end this speech here. Thank you for listening. Thank you. Thank you, dear members.
Thank you, Afzal. Okay, I would like to call our next participant, Niharika Jena. Niharika, are you there? Niharika Jena. Niharika, are you there? Okay, so next participant is Priyanka Datta. Priyanka Datta. I would like to call participants and
Hello?
unmute. Yeah,
Hello?
Priyanka, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Can I speak?
Yeah, you can start with your talk.
Okay. So, good afternoon to all. I am Priyanka Datta from Guwahati University, and I will speak on the topic organic food. So, with this, I would like to start off with a very well known saying that is, quality is always better than quantity. So, first and foremost, I would like to put some light on what is organic food and farming and why is it so important. Organic farming, in simple terms, if we say, it is takes place through sustainable manner using natural resources like air, water, and soil. And if you ask why is it so important, it is important because to save our diversity and help reduces the poisoning of our food cycle. And of course, the food we eat today is assumed to be highly nutritious, but in reality, humongous amount of chemicals goes into cultivating that food. And now, if we relate the present situation, that is the present pandemic, with organic food and farming, organic food is setting up a new and emerging trend amid the pandemic. People are more conscious of healthy and sustainable living. Looking into the brighter side, COVID 19 is actually making us grow and learn in a better way. People are now more into organic food. They are more health conscious. They want to gain more immunity. And as a result, organic food market is all set to reach its peak post COVID-19. And now I would like to speak out some of the facts which was anticipated during the lockdown. And those are the market size for Indian organic packaged food is expected to cross 87.1 crore by 2021 from rupees 53.3 crore in 2016. That is growing at a rate of 17%. And also, the government has declared 2023 as the year of Nutri Cereals and is trying to promote this segment heavily. Also, the government is also saying that the Indian middle class people were the Indian middle class people will purchase organic food more and more these days, and hence I would like to conclude by saying that organic farming is a viable alternative for harmful traditional agricultural practices that includes deforestation, soil pollution, and water pollution. Governments and international communities should help farmers financially to propagate organic farming that will help save our agro ecosystem and biodiversity. And here it is. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Priyanka.
Thank you.
Okay, I would like to call our next participant, Trisha. Trisha, are you there?
Yes.
Oh,
Can am I audible?
yes, you're audible, perfectly audible. You can start with your talk.
Yeah. So, good afternoon, everyone. This is Trisha, and today I'd like to talk about coexisting with the environment through urban planning. We need to coexist with the environment, else it will lead to natural disasters. Our sprawling cities and consumption of fossil fuels have a direct impact on the environment. These activities are causing changes in global weather patterns, leading to an increase in natural disasters like floods and wildfires. The main reason for Hyderabad getting flooded in encroachment of lakes. Most of the housing colonies that were flooded on October 14, 2020 abutted water bodies and tampered with water channels. As lakes received steady inflows, several water bodies began overflowing. A detailed analysis of satellite data reveals that the flooding is due to failure to restore the original rainwater flow system. A little more than two-thirds of the lakes in and around Hyderabad have been orphaned, with their inlet and outlet channels cut off due to unchecked urbanization and encroachments in the last 4 decades. Satellite data and Google Maps show clear-cut break in the network of water bodies, but unchecked encroachments in the outflow and inflow channels has broken the vital water chain, obstructing the flow of rainwater into the river. The main obstacles in the rainwater drainage system, built over 500 years, the cutting down of hillocks and unplanned roads have created a paradox. Overburdened drainage, frenzied and unregulated construction, buildings constructed without paying any heed to the natural topography and hydrogeomorphology all add to the damage. This makes urban floods easily more of a man-made disaster. With rapid urban expansion, builders have been constructing increasingly on reclaimed wetlands, floodplains, and lowlands of the city as these areas have a cheaper land rate. Water sensitive urban design and planning techniques, especially in the context of implementation, are of utmost importance. These methods take into consideration the topography, types of surfaces, drainage, and leave very less impact on the environment. Vulnerability analysis and risk assessment should form part and parcel of the city master plans. Stricter housing laws have to be put in place. Disabling spawning quarter settlements and sensitive zones by providing adequate, affordable housing will reduce the number of people vulnerable to changing climate. Hence, it is essential to coexist with the environment. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, Trisha. Okay, so I would like to call our next participant, Pavitra. Pavitra, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Are you audible?
Yeah, you are audible. You can start.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Good for nature, good for you. Good afternoon, everyone present here. I am Pavitra Bharati, going to give a speech about organic food and farming. Organic farming means producing food in natural ways. That is, the organic crops are grown without the application of synthetic chemicals, growth hormones, antibiotics, and genetically modified organisms. In recent times, there's a quest for safe food. As a conventionally produced food consists of less amount of protective antioxidants with less nutrients, demands people across the world to consume organic food during the last decades due to their probable health benefits and food safety concern. When consuming food which is of toxic substances can cause several types of cancer and fatal diseases which is affecting people like a wildfire. All the toxic substances which are used to cultivate food crops should be banned. In place of them, natural fertilizers and pesticides should be used. Especially if we see in this pandemic, people started rethinking about consuming organic foodstuff to boost their immunity system, which helps to fight against this coronavirus. The biggest benefit of organic farming system is crop rotation and diversification in planting different varieties of crops, which helps the fertility of the soil to improve and enhance the nutritional content for higher yields. By adopting to this organic farming system, we can able to reduce human and animal health hazards by reducing the level of residues in the food products, which helps in keeping the agriculture at a high level and makes it sustainable. Organic farming also protects the environment, which has a greater socio-economic impact on a nation like India in ensuring the sustainable development. In fact, research studies have revealed that organic farming can eliminate 500 million pounds of chemicals and pesticides from entering into the environment annually. Thus, organic farming contributes towards the prevention of the natural environment. If we look to feed for the world for next 50 years, conventional can do it. But if we are looking at feeding the world for next 1500 years, we must switch over to organic, said by Mark Smallwood. Finally, I'm encouraging each and every one to switch over to organic food and produce our own food stuff which makes us healthy and prevents the environment to be clean and pollution free. I thank the Over and Out organization for giving me this opportunity to speak in the sustainable awareness talks. Once again, I thank each and everyone for your valuable presence. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Pavitra. Okay, so I would like to call our next participant, Dikshu Sangwan. Dikshu, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Dikshu, I can't hear you. Can you?
Hello, ma'am. Is I'm
Yeah,
audible to
yeah,
you?
yeah. You are audible. You can start with your talk.
My name is Dikshu. I'm going to present about plastic. Plastic 1907 by Leo Ashbacklin in New York.
Dikshu, I think there is some network issues at your place. Your voice is breaking in between. Hello, can you hear me? Dikshu, can you
Chance next one.
can you hear me? Okay, okay.
Ma'am, now I'm audible.
Okay, Dikshu. Yes, you are audible.
Now may I start?
Yes, you can start with your talk.
My name is Dikshu. I'm going to present about plastic. Plastic is a synthesized substance that was first synthesized in the year 1907 by Leo Ashbacklin in New York. He used inexpensive chemicals to make it, hence it was widely accepted and plastic started to be manufactured on a large scale. The plastic made a grand entry into the industries. Due to the decrease of the production cost, the cost price made with plastic start decreasing. Although plastic is unlikely that people have caused the amount of damage plastic does to us resistant substances. A plastic bottle may take a estimated that more than 300 so much plastic the world are over 255 million tons of plastic like bird, fish and cow.
Diksha, there is network issues at your place.
Ma'am, now also.
Yeah, sir, can you please pause? Um, can you please, Dikshu?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, now you can start. From where you left, just start with that.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, okay.
The plastic waste, when thrown into the rivers and oceans, reaches the remote places of the world with the shifting of the tides. Hence, as they consume plastic. Plastic, when in contact with the environment, is highly toxic for our body. The amount of damage plastic can do to the environment has reached places where human cannot. By discontinuing the use of any more plastic, it is preferable to use metal water bottles. Encourage more people to reduce the use of plastic in our day-to-day life. In a matter of time, we can still save our mother.
There was lot of network issues at your place. Thank you, Dikshu. So I would like to call our next participant. Our next participant. So anyone is there? Shivangi Gusen or Shivani Dimri? Are you there?
Hello, ma'am. Am I
Yeah,
audible?
Shivangi. Yeah, yes, you're audible. You can start.
Okay. A very warm good afternoon, respected judges and my fellow participants. I'm Shivangi Gusai, and I would want to drive your attention to a very important category of waste, that is household hazardous waste. Now, I'll decode the meaning of HHWs for you. Any waste which comes from the domestic source and has ingredients with any one of the following characteristics, namely corrosivity, toxicity, reactivity, or flammability, will fall under the category of HHWs. Almost two-thirds of the MSW stream comes from our household waste, and out of that, 1% by weight is contributed by HSW. Various products that we use at our houses, like batteries, oil based paints, nail polish removers, pesticides, and most importantly, the electronic gadgets and other electronic equipments that we use form a part of the HSW stream. As we're all aware about the fact that ineffective solid waste management is a significant problem in India. And as urbanization will increase, it is expected that by 2050, the amount of waste generated will grow by 5% per year. So it would approximately be equal to 436 million metric tons of waste per year. And from this, we can estimate that a huge amount of household hazardous waste will also be generated. And this, when dumped without proper segregation, treatment, or disposal, would lead to significant human health impairments. To name a few, we would have increased number of cancers, genetic defects like mutagenesis, reproductive abnormalities, and central nervous system defects. Women of our country will be more affected as India is a country wherein women perform most of the household chores. Some environmental problems that we may face are degraded water quality and also potentially hazardous impacts on the flora, fauna, and microbiota of the region where such a waste is disposed. Thereby, we need to work on having more stringent rules related to the hazardous waste management, and we need to create awareness about HSWs amongst our citizens. We need more technological as well as infrastructural advancements and more scientific research. In this way, we will be able to achieve, if not all, some of the SDGs like SDG 3, which is good health and well being, SDG 11, that is sustainable cities and communities, SDG 12, that is responsible consumption and production, and most importantly, SDG 17, that is partnership for goals. I would like to rest my talk over here, and I'm very thankful to the ONO team for conducting this session. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next participant is Pallavi. Pallavi, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you
Ma'am,
can
is my
start.
voice audible?
Yeah, yeah, you are audible.
Okay. Good afternoon to all the respected dignitaries and my dear fellow competitors. My name is Pallavi Bonda, and today I would like to share my views on the topic impact of COVID-19 on environment. On late December 2019, in Wuhan city in China, an unusual pneumonia was noticed with a link to an animal market that sells poultry, fish, and other animals to the public. This event was soon reported to the World Health Organization, and the World Health Organization considered this situation a pandemic. The COVID-19 has impacted every aspect of human life and the global economy. The number of new cases and deaths is increasing at an alarming rate with no signs of control yet, making the estimates of its economic and other impacts uncertain. Depending on the level of COVID-19 impact in each country, as well as country-specific situations and capacities, the world's governments are adopting different levels of interventions, including travel restrictions and lockdown, to contain the spread of the highly contagious virus. Due to the unusual outbreak of COVID-19, almost every big and small city and village in affected countries like China, Taiwan, Italy, USA, France, India, UK, Australia, and many more is under partial or total lockdown for a long period of time, ranging from a few weeks up to a few months. The major sectors contributing to air pollution are transport, industries, power plants, and many more. In addition, certain activities such as operation of restaurants, landfill fires, etc., also contribute to air pollution. Under the nationwide lockdown, all transport services, road, air, and rail, were suspended with exceptions for essential services. Even educational institutions, industrial establishments, and hospitality services were also suspended. As a result, air quality improvement has been noted in many towns and cities across the world. Due to the non-functioning of industries, industrial waste emission has decreased to a large extent. Vehicles are hardly found on the roads, resulting in almost zero emission of greenhouse gases and toxic tiny suspended particles into the environment. Due to lesser demand of power in industries, use of fossil fuels has been greatly recovered. And in many cities, the inhabitants are experiencing a clear sky for the first time in their lives. And the pollution level in tourist spots such as forests, sea beaches, hill areas, etc., is also shrinking largely. Ozone layer have been found to have revived to some extent. So I conclude my topic by saying that COVID-19 and its associated lockdown has given us a rare opportunity to step back and assess our impact on the environment. We are witnessing clean air, water, and livable cities that we have demanded for so long precisely because we have been shut away. Thus, before we resume life as usual, we should make commitment to instill the principles of sustainable development in our social behavior, lifestyle, and public policy. Thank you.
Thank you, Pallavi. I would like to call our next participant. Our next participant is Namrita. Namrita, are you there?
Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You are audible. You can start.
Okay. Okay. Good morning, everyone. My topic is increasing population and decreasing forest. As we all know, forest covers around one third of the world's total land area, that is more than 4 billion hectares. And we know 1% even increase in population increase the deforestation by 2.7%. People live in like 60 countries which have less than 10% of their land area. As we all know, forests contribute directly to economics and social needs of many more around the world. More than 1.6 billion people currently relying on them for their livelihoods. Demographic factors, including population growth, are the main driver of the population growth. As per the report, top 10 countries experiencing the forest loss have high population growth. Evidences shows that rapid population growth is the combination with other factors like poverty, deforestation, and all that. As growing populations mean increased demands for food, agriculture, and all that, land shortage in traditional farming areas, and several factors, high population density is all it's all about. Other than that, increased demand for the fuel wood is a primary driver for the deforestation, as clearing of forests by the migrant families are also taken to be care. Evidence shows that the household size increase, the demand for the new agricultural land also increases, and causing the increase in the deforestation. Population growth combined with the poverty, weak property management contribute to the forest loss and the environment degradation. Now I want to present some solutions which we can combat. Efforts to ease pressures on the forest, manage them sustainably with requiring the combination of strategies. These approaches include monetary and fiscal policies that reduces prices and demand for the agricultural land. It also includes measures to slow down the rate of populations by voluntary family planning. That is a must. And investing in the girls' education, integrated strategies that addresses the livelihood of people living within or outside the forest. Still, many unaware people of the global warming are still there, educate people and the community by teaching them. And rather than that, about we know 10 billion people are employed in forest management and conservation of forests. The forest sector contributes greatly to the development of coal and more than 8% of the GDP. Deforestation occurring at alarming rates, especially in the countries having high population. As overpopulation needs more land to establish and settlement, it automatically requires more roads, more highways, transport, communication, and all that results in the deforestation. That's all from my side. Once again, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to present my views on this. Thank you.
Thank you, Namrata. So I would like to call next Jeep. Jeep, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you can start.
Good afternoon, everybody present here. I am Jabi Lucas from University of Madras, going to talk about organic food and farming. Organic food is a food produced by methods with standards of organic farming. Organic farming is an agriculture system that uses ecological based on pest controls and biological fertilizer derived largely from animal and plant waste and nitrogen fixing cover crops. The basic concept of organic farming is it uses nature as a model for an agricultural system, and it does not consume or release synthetic pesticides, chemicals into the environment, or organic fertilizer used for feeding the soil, not for the plant. That is, it actually maintains the soil to live with the organic matter. Now, what is the organic farming does? It protects the environment and decreases the pollution. It minimizes the soil degradation and maintains a long-term soil fertility. It recycles the materials and resources with the ecosystem and relay the renewable resources. Why this organic farming is needed for modern times? Agriculture as a most important sector as a majority of population in developing countries, including in India. So it's important for economic and social development for most developing countries. By middle of 21st century, the population explosion is doubled, and so the uses of chemical fertilizers and pesticides are increased on resources of increasing the agriculture productions. It losses of soil fertility, decreased the quality of food, and it affects the health like hormone imbalance, cancer, liver damage, skin irritation, etc. For these reasons, the organic farming is needed. Advantages of organic farming: it prevents the pollutions and produces natural and poison-free and tasty food. It increases soil erosion and carbon centrifugation. It lowers the production cost because it require any expensive chemical fertilizer and manners. Yes, it has a few disadvantages too, such as a lower productivity, poor establishment, consumes. Moreover, we might expect food produced without chemicals be cheaper, but organic food is often more expensive than conventional food. It, I conclude that everyone just adopt an organic farming system to add your life whether healthy and happy. Thank you for the wonderful opportunity, ma'am.
Thank you, Jeb. I would like to call Anil Reddy. Anil, are you
Anil,
there?
are you there? Ma'am, can you hear me, ma'am?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can
You
start.
can start. Can I start, ma'am?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good afternoon, one and all. It's a great pleasure to be here. My name is Anil Kumar. I'm giving a talk on plastic pollution. First of all, I want to start with our father of the nation, Gandhi's quote that if you want to change the world, be the first change. So, in India, in India, there is at least 26,000 tons of plastic being using daily. In that, 10,000 tons are being uncollected. If it still continues by 2050, it will be like more than that of sea animals where we are in India. And that how to reduce plastic by continuous effect will make a difference. For that, I want to share one story of a Chinese bamboo tree. In that, you have to learn how this continuous effect will make a difference. In that, when we plant a Chinese bamboo tree, up to 4 years, when you pour water daily, we can't see any growth in that. In the miracle of fifth year, within 6 weeks, it will grow into 60 feet tall long. So that's why we will make continuous effect. We really make a difference. So it is worst time, but it is the best time. So we had a chance to reduce the plastic usage. Promise me next time when you are drinking a coconut, don't use straws. Please drink directly. So it's ended, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for giving this opportunity, ma'am.
Thank
Hello.
you so
Thank
much,
you so much,
Anil.
Anil. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Now I would like to call our next participant, Sanjay Kumar Yadav. Sanjay Kumar Yadav, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, yes.
Very good afternoon to respected judge. Kumar Yadav from HBTU Kanpur is here to give my views on the green energy and the pure energy, that is a solar, wind, and the other sources are no renewable sources of energy, and its perspective in the terms of India. So I would like to draw my attention towards it. With the increase in the population of the world, the power demand is also increasing in the proportionate, but the resources are limited. The efforts are made to be find the alternative fuels, which can cater the rising demand of the power. The different forms of the non-conventional energy are now being utilized to address the rising demand, such as geothermal, solar, wind energies, and biomass energies, and there are a lot of other things. But with from the India point of view, with the 300 days of clear sun and over the dozens of annual rivers and the coastal line somewhere around 7,500 kilometers, India, since from the age of the Purana, has realized the importance of the sun and the other sources which are renewable and the power they possess for the benefit of this for our inhabitants. The post-independence of India, the first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru also described as the new temple for resurgent of India. The fact is not hidden from anyone that India is the uh, world fourth largest carbon emitter with the population of 1.3 billion people, with the power sector contributing to the same. But in the recent time, the India has made a significant stride in the renewable energy spaces. The climate change concerned all across the world that we all know. To achieving these challenges, it has to produce somewhere around 100 gigawatt from the solar, 60 gigawatt from the wind, and 10 gigawatts around from biomass, and 5 gigawatts from the small hydropower. And this is seem quite an uphill task, as renewable energy development in India is still in the initial stage. As per the Ministry of Power and the Government of India, Indian energy mix is involved slowly with the fossil fuel, meeting 82% of the demand. The coal remain the major contributor, around 57% of the total power shared in 2018. However, there is also a silver line behind the dark cloud. The share of the coal in the energy mix projected to fall 50% by 2050, while the share of the renewable rises significantly. The renewable will be overtake the gas and the other conventional by
Thank you. I would like to call Saurabh Singh. Saurabh, are you there? Sanjay, I request you to please mute your mic.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Saurabh Singh, our next participant. Are you there? Shivani Deemri, are you there? Shivani Deemri, Saurabh Singh, are you there? Uzma, are you there? Uzma?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you can start with your talk.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Hello, good afternoon to everyone. I am Uzma from Tiruvallur University, and my topic is plastic pollution. Plastic pollution is a term commonly used to describe a wide range of synthetic and semi-synthetic materials that are used in a huge and growing range of applications. Plastic are inexpensive and durable, and the result level of plastic production by humans are high. The chemical structure of most plastic renders them resistant to many natural processes of degradation, and their results are slow to degrade. Together, these two factors have led to a high prominence of plastic pollution in the environment. Causes: the trade in plastic waste has been identified as main culprit of marine litter. Types of plastic debris: micro debris and macro debris. Micro debris are plastic pieces between 2 mm and 5 mm in size. Micro debris is commonly referred to as nerders. Nerders are recycled to make a new plastic items. Macro debris are often found in ocean waters and can have a serious impact on the native organisms. Fishing nets have been prime pollutants. Effects on the environment: the distribution of plastic debris is highly variable as a result of certain factors such as wind and ocean currents, coastline geography and urban areas and trade routes. Effects of plastic on land. Plastic pollution on land poses a threat to plants and animals, including humans who are based on the land. Effects on animals. Plastic pollution has the potential to poison animals, which can adversely affect human food supplies. Sometimes marine mammals are entangled in plastic products such as nets, which can harm or kill them. Effects on humans. It can also affect humans because it may create an eyesore that interfere with enjoyment of the natural environment. I'd conclude the plastic pollution should be really put our own selfish needs before the needs of everything around us. Now and the life. Yes, ma'am. Hello. Hello,
You can go
ma'am.
on. You can go on.
As a responsible citizen, we must take precautions while using plastic products, reduce the consumption, and encourage others to do the same. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Uzma. I would like to call our next participant, Sushma. Sushma, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, may
Yeah.
I audio? Okay.
Yeah.
Greetings to everyone present. My name is Sushma, and I am going to make a short recitation about plastic pollution. Plastic is a synthetic substance, and that was first synthesized in the year 1907 by Bakelite in New York. He used inexpensive chemicals to make it. Hence, it was widely accepted, and plastic started to be manufactured on a large scale. The word plastic means synthetic. Due to its synthetic nature, the plastic is practically non biodegradable, which makes it perfect for its use in water resistant substance. A plastic bottle may take up to 1,000 years to degrade biologically. It is estimated that more than 300 million tons of plastic are produced each year. With so much plastic, the world saw a rise in plastic waste. The landfills are saturated with plastic waste. Hence, the scientist has to come up with an idea of how to recycle them. The plastic, when burnt, release the toxic gases like carbon dioxide, nitrogen. If these gases are inhaled for a long period, they may cause the serious illness like mental instability. The amount of plastic is minimal to the amount of plastic that was produced every day. No biodiversity in the planet is free of plastic anymore. Even the remote places like Himalayas are filled with plastic waste. There are over 255 million tons of plastic floating on the surface of oceans. The difference between the plastic and food, the animals they can't distinguish between them and they will take the food along with the plastic. They cause several illness and cannot digest in them. The number of undigested plastic increases and it leads to eventual death. Plastic when comes in contact of heat, they will release so many kind of toxics and it is also offered that hence it is advised not to use plastic water bottles. The amount of damage the plastic has been done to our planet is immeasurable. Since the plastic has reached places where the humans cannot, there is no way to reduce the damaging effect of plastic. We can only reduce the plastic pollution by discontinuing the use of any more plastic. The use of single-use plastic should be banned. We should use less plastic products as possible. It is preferable to use metal water bottles, metal lunchbox, and jute bags instead of plastic ones. We should try and encourage more people to reduce the use of plastic in our daily life. If we wholeheartedly try our level best, the use of plastic we can reduce. We will reach our whole goal in matter of time. We can still save the Mother Earth. And I thank each and everyone for organizing this kind of events. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sushma. I would like to call our next participant. Our next participant is Akash Jain. Akash, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here. Am I audible?
Yes, you are perfectly audible. You can start.
Okay, ma'am. Good afternoon, one and all. This is Akash. Today, my topic of recitation is increasing population and decreasing forest causes and solution. So, firstly, let us see causes. As Narmata and Ansari Usama, fellow participants, has beautifully mentioned that increasing population and decreasing forest has a direct link. So, continuing with this, since India is the second most populated country, hence there is no doubt it has increased need for shelter, food, and other services. So many trees has been cut off to meet all the needs of alarming rise in the population. Three silos, which are urbanization, industrialization, and commercialization, can be seen as collectively one cause altogether of this grave situation. Also, in its annual report of WWF India 2019, it is mentioned that it takes 12 trees to make 1 ton of 100% non-recycled newsprint, and India is home for 82,237 different newspaper types. So one can imagine the severity of the situation on daily basis, and also the effects of different practices of agriculture like shifting cultivation, slash and burn results in the loss of the fertility of the soil. So now what are the ways forward for to control the population? As it is said, hum do hamara ek, so it should be reiterated as hum teen hamara ek tree for each and every single household. For agriculture, we can go for agroforestry, mixed cultivation as solution. Industry should go for an agreement for reforestation, and carbon taxes has to be there. And from instead of workshops to conferences, seminars to webinars, we all have to understand that speaking stuff is a necessary part, but it is not a sufficient. We all have to adopt little achievable actions in our day-to-day life. For this, people need to develop a strong empathy for the forest. They have to visualize that they are taking oxygen and returning CO2. That means half of our lungs are hanging in the form of the forest. And lastly, I want to highlight what's the Chipko movement all about. It says it's okay, fine, if you want to cut the trees, first cut us, because cutting trees is equivalent to cutting us more brutally, as life after the trees, after the forest cover, is of no worth. And with these words, I want to I want to thank you, the organizations, ONO, and all the participants and judges. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Akash. So I would like to call Niharika. Niharika, are you there? Niharika, are you there? Suraj, are you there? Suraj Kasi?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, fine. You can start.
Yeah,
You're audible.
yeah. Hi all. Myself Suraj, and I took the topic as impact of COVID-19 on environment. The first of all, we can list out the impact as I have shortlisted some of the impact as academic impact, economic impact, cultural impact, and health and environmental and social impact. As academic impact, uh, previously before the COVID, we will be going on to the schools or institutionals, so that the regular basis the work would be flow from the one by one, as we would be spending our times with our friends and others. And economic impact, uh, many of the people have lost their jobs on the mm, COVID situation, so that the economic also got impacted due to the COVID. And cultural impact, as it comes as cultural impact, many of them many of the officers have made the people has to be work in the work from home basis. So it got also impacted on the cultural basis also. And health impact, the COVID also primarily it has impact on the health basis, so that it also got impacted in the health. So environmental, the life cycle of the each person's and everyone has got damaged, and it also got impacted in the environmental and social. Already the peoples have got separated by the various spaces, so that it also got impacted in the socially. And that's all. Thank you for one and all. Special thanks to the over and out organization giving me the wonderful opportunity to speak. Thank you.
Thank you, Suraj. I would like to call Rupa. Rupa, are you there? Rupa, are you there? Only few participants are left, so I would like to name every participant. If any participants from these are left, just let me know and they can start with their talk. Saurabh Singh, Shivani Dimri, Thansiyama, and Rupa. Saurabh Singh, Shivani Dimri, Thansiyama, and Rupa. If anyone from them is left, then they can start with the talk. Anyone from the participant is left, they can unmute their mic and can start. Otherwise, we are ending with the event because everyone have done with their talks. Yusuf, are you there? Someone is speaking. Anybody left? So,
Yes.
yeah.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Rachita Mohanty. Okay, you can start.
Okay. Thank you. I am audible.
Yeah, you are audible.
Okay. Good afternoon to all. And I am Rachita Mohanty, and my topic is work from home effect on environment. If I will say according to effect of environment, then I can say there are many advantages from work from home, such as resource consumptions, air and noise pollutions, and unnecessary waste, just like paper and plastic waste, and fossil fuels resources. And these consumptions are reduces in this COVID-19 and and for work from home. And there are a lot of advantages, just like we can achieve better work life balance and spend more time with our family and enjoy more overall freedom and independence, and reduce environmental impacts associated with transportation, just like traffic, crowd. These impacts are reduces. And And there are different there were different types of wastes are there, just like paper and waste in the office premises, that also reduced in work from home, and reduce the global energy and resources consumptions, and also time in this time also saving for the people, and save sick leaves in case of smaller problems. When we face smaller problems, we cannot go to office, but in this scenario or in this work from home, we can do our work for our small problems, but we don't need any sick leaves, and save traveling expenses, and reduces our energy or our cost of our transportations, and we can eat healthy foods or homemade fresh foods for lunch, instead of microwave lunch box or cafeteria food. It is good for our health, so that we can say that work from home is better than office work. And I can say that if we love our work and we are sincere, then we can do our work everywhere. So for environmental conditions, work from home is better, uh, especially for women, especially for women. Work from home is better, and they can balance their life, family, as well as job life, and they don't need to left job just because of shifting of timing, etc. So I can say that is good for our environment, and work from is good, and but we have to grow to learn how to work at home. Thank you, ma'am, and thank you everyone.
Participants can unmute their mic. Sorry, mute their mic. Rachita, kindly mute your mic. Yeah. Okay, so I would again like to call the left participants. If anyone is there, they can start, or otherwise, we are going to end the event. Saurabh Singh, Shivani Dimbri, Thansiama, and Rupa. If anyone is present here, they can start with the talk, or we are just ending the event. So, okay, it was a great event. Participants have shared their views on different topics: ongoing hot issues of climate change, increasing population, the present scenario, and view forward for drastic plastic pollution, event of effect of pandemic on environment and society, the new normal, work from home, deforestation, organic farming. There was a healthy discussion over several areas, from the environmental degradation to environmental conservation. This was the main objective of sustainable awareness talk, to generate awareness amongst the society over various issues. We should realize how important the environment is to us. And this made me remind a quote that we don't inherit the earth from our ancestors. We don't inherit the earth from our ancestors, but we borrow it from our children. Yes, we borrow it from our children. Now, Over and Out organization would like to award our judge, Ms. Jimmy Mehta, as the honor of guest for the event Fast Sustainable Talk. I would like, sir, can you please present that award on the screen? Thank you so much, ma'am. I would like to call ma'am to share her views for Sustainable Awareness Talk.
Hello everyone. It was a beautiful experience, very nice to listen every each one of you regarding this event, and many of the speakers have spoke very well, and a few were due to maybe network issues or some issues, maybe they were out of reach. So, and all the very best, and thank you for inviting me over here. Thanks to all the organizers. It was very good and innovative way to interact with everyone. um, and Shivani, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
Okay, should I send you the results, or how would
Yeah,
should
ma'am.
I
We will have a
send?
small discussion after the event.
Okay, great. So I'll send you my observations, obviously,
Yes,
and
ma'am. Sure,
it
ma'am.
was really a nice experience with you
Thank
all,
you so
guys.
much for your presence.
Thank you,
Thank you.
and good luck for your futures, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. So I would like to thank our judges, Ms. Jimmy Mehta, our jury members, Mr. Sunil, Mr. Neeraj Bohat, and Mr. Sahil. All-time active and coordinating team of Over and Out organization, all the active participants, and all the people and viewers over there. We hope this event will make youth aware to participate and to act ahead. The certificates for all the participants and the result will be soon available on the Over and Out organization website, so they can visit there accordingly in next 4 days. And all the participants are requested to fill the feedback form. It is compulsory to fill the feedback form to get the certificate. Thanks to all. Every participant is requested to fill the feedback form. It is compulsory to fill the feedback form. I thank all the participants and hope that they are aware and will participate more actively in the next talk.